April sure was a busy, busy shopping month. Sephora had their sale, Ulta had their 20% off coupon, and a couple other little things here and there. So this is a haul. Hi everyone, it's Melissa, and today is going to be a collective haul of all the things I got at Sephora, Ulta, and a few little other drugstore pickups in between. I'm going to start off with a couple of point perks because one is, I think, pretty nice and the others are not anything that I ordered. Does that happen to anyone else? Come on, man. Why do we get, why bother asking? Just say you're going to get whatever. Anyway, here's the thing that I really was excited about. I picked up this little notebook, and it's smaller than a moleskin. Here, let me pull this off. But I think the outside is so cute, and it's just like a little dotted interior, and it has a little pen. I wish it had a little pen loop, but it does not. I'm excited about that because I like notebooks. And then very quickly, let's see what else was in there. A sample of the multitasking styler from Living Proof, which is a pretty nice size. I may have ordered that. I don't remember now. And then Steal a Huge mascara. I know I didn't order that. And then the Bare Minerals Mineral Veil, a little sample size. Don't take my points and sub out something else. That ticks me off. All right, let's start with a little skincare. I ended up picking up this SK2 facial treatment mask. Just a single one because these are pretty pricey and I wanted to try it to see what I think of it first. But just one foil packet, so I will be checking that out. And I also picked up the Sephora Mini Color Switch. It's the little tin with that sponge that you wipe your brushes on. It takes the color off. Okay, it really works. Where has this been all my life? It's really cool. And then after a while, you just rinse the sponge off. And you don't have to put so much wear and tear on your brushes cleaning them. So I like this quite a bit. Used it a ton. It's nice and small, so it'd be great for traveling as well. Oh, I have one other skincare item. I picked up the Pixie Peel and Polish Mask. So this has an AHA in it, so you put it on, you let it sit on your skin. It says 2 minutes. I think you could leave it on longer if, you'll have to test your skin, but I think you could leave it on a little longer. I probably had mine on for about 5 minutes because I got a phone call. And then when you wash it off, there's like little scrubbies in there. I'm not a huge physical exfoliating gal. I think it can be a little tough on your skin, but if you do it gently and you don't overdo it, I think you're fine. I think this is going to be really pretty cool for the summer when you're wearing a lot of sunscreen and you just really want to make sure you get that off. So I liked it this morning. I used this and it left my skin feeling really soft and smooth, and I didn't feel like it irritated me, even though I left it on longer than the prescribed amount. So I'll continue to use that and let you know if there's any fallout from that. I also picked up a set of brushes from Eco Tools. There are 5 brushes in here. I don't remember the exact name of this brush set, but I'll leave it down below. What I liked about it is, particularly these 3 brushes that are a little bit smaller, and I've used these a little bit. I actually really like these 2 a lot. So I'm still playing around with these. They're a great buy. So I think you can get awesome brushes at the drugstore. These I got from Ulta, but I'm sure they sell them other places. And Eco Tools is packaging their brushes in these little trays, which I'm not going to lie, I almost threw it out, and I think it's kind of handy. I may end up throwing it out, but for now, I'm holding on to it. So I picked up a couple primers. I picked up the Laura Mercier Foundation Primer in the Radiance and the Becca First Light Priming Filter. It's the lavender one. I have not used these other than to swatch them, just because I've been really busy. We've been traveling a lot. So here they are side by side. This is the Becca one. This is the Laura Mercier. And so here's the Becca. Here's the Laura Mercier. The Laura Mercier is very glowy. And I think this violet one is going to be more brightening than glowing. So I've not tried any Becca primers yet, so I'm excited to try that. I really want to see how this Laura Mercier looks under foundation. People love her primers. And then I also picked up the L'Oreal Lumi Glotion. Has been getting a lot of buzz. So this is 901 Fair Glow. Again, I'm not sure you can see it, but I don't think it's quite as glowy as the Laura Mercier. We'll see what we think. And then to finish off the primer section of this haul, I picked up the Visart Seamless Eye Primer. It's pretty new on the Sephora website. I think when it first came out, it came in and out of stock very quickly. It's very liquidy. I don't know if you can see that. Definitely you need to shake it. Wow, this is really different. Not a cream. It's kind of a creamy liquid, if that makes any sense. I have not used this yet. I'm so close to finishing up my MAC primer, and it's in my project pan. So I'm trying to be very patient and hold off until I finish that. So I have a couple of face products I also picked up. The first one is from L'Oreal. It's the True Match Lumi Bronze It. And this is a gigantic pan. And I thought this really looked like a beautiful neutral shade, not too orangey. And I am wearing it today. While it looks kind of fair in the pan, I thought it applied pretty dark on my skin. Yeah, that looks pretty dark there. So definitely go after that with a light touch initially until you see how that works for you. I also picked up the blush from Marc Jacobs. I love this packaging so much. This is the shade 506 Flesh and Fantasy. Definitely a neutral beigey blush. I am wearing it today. I think it's awesome. It's a little bit glowy. If you want to, you can kind of go in this end and make it a little glowy. You could actually concentrate on this end and develop a little depth in your cheekbones if you're not wearing a bronzer or a contour. Or you can just go all over and put that on your cheeks, which is what I did today. And I think it is a really great neutral color blush that will work with anything. I really am so excited to have this color in my collection. And I also picked up this face powder from Becca. It's the Hydra Mist Set and Refresh powder. And one of you guys recommended it to me. And I tested it in the store and I thought, this is really interesting. It does say a little sticker here that says, keep it closed when you're not in use so it doesn't dry out. Because when you put it on, it's really hard to describe. It definitely feels cool, but it also feels a little wet, if that makes any sense whatsoever. So the jury is out on this. I've only used it about 3 times. I feel like the brush you use for it, you can't use for anything else until it sets out and dries off a little bit, because it does make the brush feel a little damp. So I am wearing it today. It's a little warm up here. Initially, I think it looks really good, but now it's been on for a couple hours. Let me do a little test, a little check. So I like it initially when you put it on. I think it looks really pretty and it's refreshing. Long term, I'm not so sure. I feel like maybe it's settling a little bit. I think I need to do like a couple hour wear test on this and let you know my longer term feelings on it. It's definitely interesting. If you've used this, let me know what your thoughts are on it. Do you think it's long wearing? Does it dry out quickly? Those are the kinds of things I'm interested in knowing about that. Okay, let's get to a couple of eyeshadow palettes. I'm going to start off in the drugstore because, you know, I was tooling around probably picking up this, which is what I went to the drugstore for, which usually means you tool around and you find some other things. I've been really interested in trying the re-release of the Wet n Wild eyeshadow palettes, and I couldn't decide which ones to get. I ultimately decided just to get one. This is Silent Treatment. This is one I really loved from before. I particularly love this taupey shade here. Anyway, I have not used this yet. So I am anxious to try this. Should I swatch it for you guys, or do you guys already know what this looks like? So pretty. I think this is pretty too. I don't remember this from the first go round. Doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just means I don't remember it. So while I was there, I went after another one of the Rimmel 12 pan eyeshadow palettes. You may remember this one from, Best of at the drugstore from the Today Show, and I really thought this was excellent. So the one I initially picked up was Keep Calm and Wear Gold. That's this one. And what I picked up was the Smoke Edition, just because I wanted to try some other colors. So I haven't played around with this yet, but I'll keep you posted on that as well. So I started from about here on down. These are the swatches. You guys, these are amazing. I can't wait to play with these on my eyes because I think the color payout on these are fantastic. So I did finally pick up the Visart Cool Mattes palette, the one I've been talking about for almost forever, and I just decided, let's go ahead and buy this one. And I think it's really funny. About a week ago or a week and a half ago, they announced they're releasing a Cool Mattes version 2. Which kind of miffs me a little bit, but I actually think I really like the colors in this palette a lot. The only one that I've actually worn is this one down here, which is like a purpley gray, which is gorgeous. And here are the color swatches. Some of them are pretty close to my skin tone, like this one. This is like the whitish one. This is the beigey one. I definitely will be doing a couple of looks with these, so stay tuned on that. I tell you, I was so on the fence about, should I pick up the Soft Glam palette? Should I not pick it up? And I ultimately decided it was a little too warm for me, and I walked around Ulta. Kate and I are walking around, and I ended up picking up the Tartist Pro palette. This is not a new palette. So all the square shadows are matte, and then there's this row of shimmers. I thought the colors in here were really wearable, really pretty interesting, something a little bit different that I don't have. And I thought these over here on this side were awesome. I really am excited to work on these. And so I have a lot of work ahead of me on some of these palettes. Let's see if I can swatch some of these. These are all the mattes. I really am struggling to get this all on one arm. And these are the shimmers. This one here is like a duochrome. It looks really blue in the pan, but it definitely has that brown shift to it. Really pigmented. I will say they all feel really soft. This dark row here feels a little drier in us swatching them, but certainly no problem with pigmentation at all. I'm just a hot mess. So tell me how you'd like to see more on these palettes. Would you like to see multiple looks from each palette in like one video, like people do 4 looks, 1 palette, or whatever, 10 looks, 1 palette? That would be a stretch. But multiple looks in 1 palette, or just using them in a get ready with me, kind of like my favorite look. Let me know, because I'd love to do a deeper dive into all of these. Next up is this dual-ended lip liner and lipstick from Wander Beauty. This is On the Mauve. It's what I'm wearing today. I think it's beautiful, really beautiful, except for, okay, the lip liner has gotten stuck in the cap. Oh, this is not good. All right, I broke it, pulling it out. That ticks me off. I was able to put it back in. I smushed it in. The color's really pretty. The packaging is a total fail. We'll see how that goes. Here's the lipstick side. That really ticks me off. I've had other issues with Wander. This dual-ended, it has an eyeliner and a cream eyeshadow stick. These also fall out, but I've never had one get stuck in the cap before. This may be a pass in the future if that's really what's happening there, because look how much product I lost. I couldn't shake it out. I had to like really grab it with the tweezers. And the last two items I picked up were from Maybelline. It's their Superstay Matte Ink lip colors. I really have some beautiful ones that I love that are favorites. Lover is one that I just adore. So I thought I would try a couple other shades. All right, this shade is Ruler. Pretty true to the color on the outside of the tube. And this one is Visionary. I'm not sure what I was thinking with this one. I thought maybe it would come off a little bit more neutral. It's like a purpley gray shade. I'm not so sure this is for me. There's nothing wrong with the formula. I just maybe made a bad shade choice. So let me know which products you would like to see more of. Definitely on the palettes, I think I'm going to do some follow-up videos on those because they are really super delicious and I'm excited to play with them. And let me know, any of you who've picked this up before, if you've experienced that problem, not happy about that at all. So I post videos every Saturday morning, and if you missed last week's, I'll include a link to it up here. And if you are new to my channel and just stopping by for the first time, I would love it if you'd click on this little bee icon and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Take care, and I'll see you real soon. Bye!